2, 1.
Well, as you guys can tell, Derek Irvin doesn't miss anything. If you don't want to miss anything as well, go to YouTube. Search at Sweep the League TV. Be a subscriber today. We're giving away a bunch of prizes and stuff. Be a subscriber today so you don't miss, just like Derek never misses. Subscribe to Sweep the League.
Hey, this is George Iceman Gervin, and you're listening to Sweep the League Radio.
Sweep the League TV where legends collide. If the Cowboys fall short, we'll still ride the tide. Like Jordan in the clutch or Brady's last play, we bring the fire, keeping fans in the fray. Coach Gio and Rudy calling the shots, with Derek Irvin straight Hall of Fame thoughts. So hit that subscribe, don't sit on the bench. Get in the game, every highlight's intense. The live stream's on till your friends don't delay. Like Kobe in the fourth, we're here to play. Sweep the League TV, where greatness resides. From the blogs, epic drives, till the halls on the rise. We're all in on sports, NBA, CFB, and more for fans. By fans, it's the show you'll adore. Sweep Unplugged. Sweep Unplugged. Exclusive interviews with Rudy and the crew. Let's go.
Hey, what is up, everybody? It's a Sweep Unplugged live edition. If you remember, we did our first live Sweep Unplugged with Chuck Vans. We got a very special guest tonight. Again, Sweep Unplugged is more like a 20, 30-minute show, usually the pregame show before we get Sweep the League TV going at 9 o'clock with myself and Derek Irvin. Let's not waste any time. We got a massive guest tonight, and he's using the Megatron. I don't even know what you call it. Not an emoji, Jeff. I think it's something else, but he's using the Megatron picture because Jeff's a little bit under the weather. No worries. He's a little bit under the weather. But this is payback, Jeff, because of the times I can't do video.
Oh, that's right.
You're not doing video.
It's not that I didn't want to do video. It's just I'm sick. I'm sick. After we did that one audio show with you for Locked On, I gave it the college try the next day with the video.
Yeah.
And then I got cocky. Oh, I feel better. And then nope. Today's episode of Locked On was all audio, but I'm kind of coming out of it. I think by tomorrow I should be up to at least 80% recovered. You know what it is? I just want to go back to the gym. I've been 3 days away, and that's not like me. That's not like me at all.
Help me with your gym workout. What is the normal Jeff Garcia gym workout?
Average is about 3 to 4 days straight of weights, and then that fourth or fifth day, a cardio day where I just go and just stay away from the weights as much as I can because I get tempted, and do about an hour 15 of cardio. Now that's a mixture. That could be treadmill, walking uphill, at a high pace, or jumping on the Stairmaster, and then the rest day, and then restart again. But I if I don't go, I start feeling gross and I feel disgusted with myself. So I should be able to go tomorrow. I hope I should. I was going to go today, but I said, you know what? Let me play it safe. I was just going to force myself today, no matter what. I didn't care if I was hacking and sneezing everywhere. And I said, you know what? Let me give myself one more rest day, make it 3 days straight. And then tomorrow I'm going no matter what. I don't care if I'm on my deathbed. I'm going tomorrow.
Wait,
so
what is the, what is Jeff bench? What's the max? You can brag. This is Sweep Unplugged live.
Okay,
you brag about it.
I'm gonna have to do math here. So talk amongst yourself right now.
So he's probably got 550 on one side, 550 on the other side.
I'm doing the math right now.
That's 1100.
Okay, so I already got my base right there. Then I do another there. So.
Oh my God.
Holy smoke! That can't be my max. There's no way.
What's the max weight that you're benching right now?
Right now, according to my math figures here, I'm at 250.
Are you serious?
I'm around 230, 250. How's that? I'm playing with that.
So basically, you're benching me. And you're
Yeah,
if I'm on the what the hell do you call it? I don't even know. I haven't lifted
the
weights
bench
in
press. Yeah,
forever.
the bench press. You're right.
Yeah, the bench press. So you're basically benching me. Holy cow, man.
I could pop it up about 5 times.
5. So if
Yeah,
you were in the NFL combine and you know how they have to do the bench press,
yeah.
well, you would probably get how many reps in if they did it at 200?
Ooh, I could probably get 10 to 12.
10 to 12 reps.
Yeah, 10 and 12 reps. Yeah,
Man, I don't know
clean,
why.
clean, clean. Now, if you're gonna
Okay.
help me, then just give me 10. But if I'm gonna get help, then I'll give you 12.
Man, okay, so full disclosure, I figured you were probably benching, literally probably like 300, maybe
No, no,
deadlift
no, no,
like 6, 700.
no. See, my problem is my genetics. I could pick up a 5 pound weight and I'd get thick quick. I mean, that's how crazy it is. So
Really?
I have to watch it a bit. Um, but the thing with me right no no it's funny. The strongest part of my body that I relish, the days that I relish are bicep days. Those are my favorite days. Bicep days are my favorite. Tricep days are my favorite. Um, what's my third best? I think shoulder is starting to become my third favorite, but right now it's between the chest and shoulder.
Yeah.
Leg day, I'm trying to get better at it. I'm thinking being more forceful about it. There's this machine at the gym that I like using. It's supposed to attack your entire upper leg, like knee up, like
Yeah.
your quads, your hamstrings, um, the bottom of your ass, like that area right there. And I like it because it's added a lot more size to uh, to my legs, and which I need because my biggest fear is I don't want chicken legs. I have this fear of just looking like top heavy. I can't stand that thought.
Really, man? I I'm jealous of the people that have the real skinny legs. I've never probably had skinny legs before in my life.
No,
I'm
I
jealous
don't.
of that.
Yeah, I don't like that. Right, and then, um, and at the gym, I'll look around, see what other guys are doing. You kind of yeah. I know. Sit. They're called glutes. I know.
They're called
Um, I look at other guys and see what they're doing and kind of try to copy them just so I can learn some stuff. But the gym I go to, it's very unique. I have a lot of unique equipment there. I go to 2 gyms. The one gym on the south side,
Mhm.
the deepest south side, that's hardcore. That is just hardcore. No lemon scented towels, no AC, no air conditioner in the summer. Your hands are gonna leave with full of rust. That's hardcore, and I love it. But in the winter time right now, I don't go as often because it just gets so cold in there. No insulation,
Yeah.
no nothing. Not even close the doors. The other gym I go to is closer to downtown. That one's a little hardcore. That one that one's pretty interesting because you have professional bodybuilders in there, and I think I'm a big dude. No, there's guys and women that are like 3 times my size in there. They're just
Oh, I
monsters.
know.
They're like hulks in there. So there's actually during the time Mike's schedule when I go, there's like a deadlift group that goes in there and they train for their deadlifting competitions. And their thighs are like the size of like the AT-AT walkers, so like just thick, just wide. So I like working out. I love it. It doesn't me decompress, de-stress. I'm older now, so I think it's more important for me to go out there.
Mhm.
And but I love it. I love it. I started really getting into it maybe like when I was in college. I think that's when I really started to get into it. I remember I lived in the dorms. I went to St. Mary's University, and um, some of the guys in the dorm were like, "Oh, we're gonna go to the weight room. Do you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll go." I didn't think much of it. I was like, "Whatever. I got nothing to do," and I went and I got hooked. And ever since then, I've been doing it. And
So
that's it. Now I'm just trying to see if I can add size, but without adding size. Does that make sense?
so tone, I guess, is that what it's called?
Yeah, but I want some size, because
Yeah.
I'm short, so I want to be a little intimidating somehow. I don't have the height, so man, I can get the width.
Well, I mean, it's whatever, man. I mean, Wolverine's a small guy, so I mean, you can maybe get like Wolvie there a little bit. I mean, in the
He
comics, he's
is.
a small guy.
Yeah, it's
In the
comic book
movies, he's
sidekick.
not, but in the comics, he's a small guy. So maybe you can go with
Hey,
the Wolverine look. Probably is what.
the look that I would like to have is Professor Hulk. I like the Professor Hulk physique.
Okay.
Let's see, what's another good one there? I like Goku's. He's just thick, but he's ripped. He's not slim and trim like Vegeta. Vegeta is just lean as you know what.
Yeah.
Um, there's no way I'm going Broly. Broly's too much. Broly's no, no, no. I ain't gonna go Broly. That's just a monster. I think Goku thick would be good.
I'm trying to think, man. You know, Sylvester Stallone's not really a tall guy. What about Stallone?
You know what? It's funny. Even with Stallone, you ever notice in all his movies, whenever he's shirtless or something like that, they never show waist down because he had chicken legs.
Really?
Yeah, go look at the Rocky movies. For the most part, they rarely show his legs because he
Yeah.
has thin legs.
You know what? I never even thought about that.
Yeah,
I never even considered him having
yeah.
thin
He
chicken
skipped. He
legs.
skipped
And
a lot of leg days.
oh, yeah. Now I'm going to go back and watch the Rocky movies and check it out. People are in here, man. The comic actor Wolverine in the Deadpool movie, yeah, with the little short guy that jumps
Yeah, little
off
short guy. Yeah.
the thing. Vegeta clears with the baddies, though. That's true. Seth wants you to drop your diet plan. I can drop
Man, Sith,
mine.
that's yeah. I think you're listening to Rudy for this one.
So, to be honest, people don't like counting calories. That's kind of what I did, but instead of counting the calories, I just got rid of the bad stuff. So, I haven't had Mexican food, like a Mexican food meal, basically at a restaurant or anything. Probably going on 6 years, maybe 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't had really anything outside of Italian bean cauliflower pizza crust. I haven't had Italian food like pasta
Yeah.
since 2019. So yeah, it's just getting rid of a lot of stuff. I just introduced bread back into my diet,
Uh-oh.
but not white bread, just the little healthier breads like wheat bread every now and then. Um but even, like I don't get burritos anymore at Chipotle, it's all straight bowls. So it's really just cutting out the things that make Mexican guys happy, and
Yeah,
that's
and
the
that's the
carbs,
thing. That's the thing, guy.
the
When I moved back from New York, it hit me more about the diet in San Antonio because the first went to a Mexican restaurant, and I was like, oh my god, it's a lot of carbs and protein mixed together. No wonder.
oh yeah.
No wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy how, San Antonio has great food, great restaurants. I mean, you can get fat overnight,
You
literally.
can, yeah, you can, yeah. And then like,
It's
and then I think there was a study years ago because I went from one extreme to another. In New York, they had basically the study was you could tell which cities have an emphasis on being fit by their gym to neighborhood ratio, and for
mhm.
New York, it was like out of the world. It was out of the skies. It was just every block was a gym basically. Somehow, some way, there was a fitness center in every block. In San Antonio, it was so spread out. It was very inconvenient, and I think that another reason why San Antonio is on the heavy side.
Yeah, dude, it's San Antonio, what, they can bounce back, man. We'll see what happens on the food wise. But we are talking to Jeff Garcia, Locked On Spurs, the man, the myth, the legend himself, getting their nerd questions in. Also, we got about what do we got? About 18, 17 minutes before Sweep the League TV hits the airwaves here. This is Sweep Unplugged live with Jeff Garcia. It's going to be rebroadcast tomorrow along with Sweep the League TV, so you can catch this interview, this kind of sit back on the couch type thing, and also Sweep the League TV tomorrow morning starting at 10 o'clock. Sid has a couple of questions. One of them involves villains, but
Yeah.
I want to get into some Spurs talk with you. Just kind of brush a little bit of Spurs talk. But before we do, he wants to know why is Ray Skywalker the greatest Jedi of all time?
Okay, I know what he's doing there. We're not going.
We
down
all
that
know what
road.
he's doing.
We're not going down that road.
We're
Oh,
not
wait.
going down that road.
By the way,
We are
did you
not
s-
going down
did
that
you,
road.
Did you see Daisy Ridley's new movie that's coming out? It's basically Die Hard.
Yeah, I
promise you.
saw.
I was
Is
like,
it
what?
cleaner? Is that what it
It's
is?
cleaner, yeah. It's freaking Die Hard, and like, it was like almost beat for beat. It was somebody gets trapped in a tower, Nakatomi Tower. This one's a skyscraper. There's terrorists that go into the building and talk with Bruce Willis, in this case, her on a microphone. She has snarky remarks on the walkie-talkie, and then the other guy listens. So it's like, oh my god, is Hollywood running out of ideas?
Well, not just Hollywood. This is another, I guess, stealing of a movie that Daisy's a part of. I mean, the Star Wars movies. It was just regurgitated of A New Hope and the other ones, Return of the
Yeah.
Jedi. It was
Yeah.
it was regurgitation, and
Hey,
now she's doing Die Hard regurgitated.
speaking of nerd stuff, please tell me you're not upset with Chris Evans coming back as Nomad.
I'm
I
not
mean,
upset.
you
I'm
picked
pissed off.
you picked the most obscure character,
Mm-hmm.
and but yet you don't give us Captain Hydra. Captain
Yeah,
Hydra was right there. You're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. to play Doctor Doom. Why not bring him this guy back to play Captain Hydra? It writes itself.
I agree, and that's why I said I wasn't mad. I was pissed off knowing that Chris Evans is coming back, but as Nomad. I mean, could it could it possibly be they just gave him the title, but it's really going to be something else?
I hope you're right. I hope it is, and I hope it's just like a 180, like suckers, he's Captain Hydra. Because think about this: imagine him revealing himself, but whispering "Hail Hydra" to Bucky. Oh my God,
Wow.
how
Yeah.
Bucky would have reacted, or even or screw it, it's Bucky, Falcon, and Banner. You know those guys. You know that went to war with them. Hail Hydra. I mean, geez, that would have been electric.
So do you expect Chris Evans to come out and the new Captain America coming out in New World Order?
No.
You don't expect the
Maybe
end
a cut,
credit scene?
maybe cutscene, yeah.
I would think
But
maybe the
again,
end credit.
but as Captain Hydra, as Captain Hydra, not Nomad, an obscure comic character that nobody really heard of until today.
Possibly, and Sith is bringing it up. They were trolling RDJ getting swapped out with Cillian.
Wait,
I don't.
recently or I thought it
So
was.
I know what he's talking about. Fantastic Four, you had the video of them sneaking somebody onto the set. Nobody knew who it was, and they weren't telling anybody. I did see something. Now I don't know where Sith got it, but Sith is bringing up a point that Doctor Doom is there was a rumor that Doctor Doom could be possibly Cillian Murphy.
I would have rolled with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Neat.
and RDJ Robert Downey Jr. is just kind of like I guess just kind of thrown in there just to kind of fool everybody.
I just don't know what the MC is doing nowadays.
Do you think DCU has a chance? Because
You know what?
the
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, I think the DCU has a chance to really close the gap. You're looking at, I haven't seen it yet, but the reviews on Creature Commandos are like phenomenal. They're saying it's incredible. They
amazing,
renewed, yeah, I haven't
amazing.
seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. They renewed Harley show for a fifth season. That's a good
Yeah,
sign. What's the other thing? The DCU. Oh, Penguin, freaking Penguin.
yeah,
Penguin was just a masterpiece, freaking masterpiece. But they
yeah.
haven't done it really in the big screen. Although I still am upset with the naysayers that poop on Man of Steel. Man of Steel was not a bad movie. Go back and watch that film. It
Hmm.
is actually a really good movie.
Good movie. Yeah, I can understand why people will crap all over it though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I mean, good movie, good story, good start. But you don't feel Man of Steel was missing something? I felt
No,
like it was.
not at all. No. I think
Hmm.
we got a different take ish. Well, let's put it something we never explored before in a Superman movie, which is the 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 tear or the pull he had between two fathers. We
Yeah.
had that. We had Earth Father saying, "No, chill out, keep it to yourself." You know, these people on Earth, they'll hunt you down, they'll experiment on you. You'll be an outcast. And then at the same time, he has his biological father saying, "What are you doing? No, you're here for good. Get out there. You know, show these people the way." So I love that. I love the fact that uh, you you had a villain Zod that you kind of understood a bit. I mean, was Zod really wrong? You know, he just wanted to preserve his culture, his heritage. I mean, sure, he went about it the wrong way, but that was his goal. He was just born to be that way, and he was just carrying out his wish to preserve his people. That's it, his people's culture, and it was just buried in Superman, the Codex. So there's that.
Man.
Um, I thought the fight scenes were good. I
Yeah.
thought, I mean, they could have done better CGI on it, but overall, I thought it was a great movie. The ending, I think the ending is one of the best endings in any DCU movie. I mean,
Do
that
those
ending is
people
just,
die?
yeah, yeah, the carnage everywhere. I thought that, I mean, for the most part, I thought they did a good tie-in with Batman versus Superman, why Batman got triggered.
Yeah.
But the ending is great. The exchange between him and Lois is welcome to Earth. I thought that was awesome. Welcome to the planet. I thought that was awesome. So I always thought that Man of Steel was should have given a lot more credit. Also, too, and I get a lot of knives pointed my way for this take. I think Solo was actually a good movie too. It wasn't as bad as people think it is.
I Okay, so you may get knives thrown at you for that or pointed at you. I'll take the same knives because where the Star Wars series sucked on the re-releases, the whole new Daisy reel and all that stuff, they killed it obviously on those independent films. Solo, Rogue One. I mean, those films they killed it.
Yeah, I didn't
And
think Solo was that bad. It
no, it's
wasn't
not.
bad.
It's
Yeah.
not a bad one. Definitely is not. I love Solo. Solo's a good movie. I can watch it over. It's no Rogue One,
No.
but I mean, there's really not anything I can hold up to next to Rogue One is my Dark Knight, basically.
Okay. Because how many Star Wars story movies have we had? We had Rogue One, Solo, and that's it, right? We haven't had those one-off movies, right?
Yeah.
I think it was just those two. That's it. Yeah.
Um, yeah,
No,
because
that was
it's
it.
just Solo. It's Solo and Rogue One. Everything else was,
The
a
Skywalker
series. Now,
family. Yeah.
let me answer JD real quick. JD's in here. What's the combo? We're talking Marvel with Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs. It's a Sweep the League Unplugged live edition, JD. So Sweep the League TV is going to be on at 9 o'clock with myself and Derek. So this is kind of just a pregame type thing that we do every now and then with Sweep Unplugged. So yeah, I'm going to get you on a Sweep Unplugged live. So don't worry about that, JD. We're going to do a live show with you on this. But I think basically it's this where I don't think this is my question. You have Rogue One, which you of all people put Rogue One
Yes, above
way
Empire.
up there. I don't know how high. I
I have
mean,
above Empire.
okay, so number two,
Empire.
I'm saying, where do you put Rogue One on the
Oh,
list?
number one. Okay, my list is Empire one. I'm sorry. Do it. Rogue One one, Empire two.
Okay. So here's my question now.
I mean, what edged out Rogue One for me over Empire was Vader's murder scene. That where he just goes ballistic. I mean, that was just phenomenal. That
Oh
just
yeah,
pushed it over the edge for me.
that you never caught that, but I'm going to throw you for a loop here. Where you have Rogue One, I have Rogue One 1A because 1B is Kenobi.
Okay, wait a minute. You said movies. I thought you're talking
No,
about
no, no. I'm going overall.
overall. You said
Everything now.
okay,
We're
everything.
throwing
Okay,
everything. If you want to give me,
okay.
whatever. I I don't know where. I mean, can you legitimately rank Kenobi over Rogue
Would you
One? Because
over
you
Rogue One?
can
No.
never get another Vader the way you got in Kenobi.
Yeah, he wasn't playing. Yeah, Vader was not playing in Kenobi, but he also wasn't playing in Rogue One.
No, but we only got a glimpse of him in Rogue One. In Kenobi, you saw him bring down an
Yes.
entire ship.
That was crazy.
And then the
No.
fight that he had with Kenobi.
Was that in Rogue One? I thought that was in. No, it
No,
wasn't
that was
Kenobi.
in the
Yeah, it was in
Kenobi
Kenobi.
series.
Yes, it was. Yeah, because that's when he fought Reva, and Reva tried to get up on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he fought Ben at the end where, Ben basically tore his mask in half.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're talking Star Wars, man, could you imagine that being our introduction to Star Wars back in the day with Return of the
That'd be
Jedi and
crazy.
Empire
Okay,
and
so we're
Hope?
gonna
I
do
mean,
everything, Rudy. If we're gonna do everything, okay, then
geez.
I'm gonna go with number one, Rogue One. What push it over the edge for me is Vader murder scene. That just took
Yeah.
my breath away. I was in the theater, my mouth just dropped. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. They gave Vader his balls back. Everything which you wanted out of him. And
Yeah.
also, what push it over for me, I think Rogue One has the greatest space battle. I know they're gonna say Return of the Jedi.
No, I'll give
No.
you Rogue One.
Rogue One has the greatest space battle
Yeah.
in all of the movies combined, and you got a lot of different things. We finally saw a droid in a blaster fight. I thought that was cool.
Hmm.
We saw how the hole in the Death Star came to be. I thought that was cool. So I think it was just great at all. Even the Battle of Scarif was great. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go number one. That number two, I'm gonna go with the Clone Wars micro series.
Wow.
The
I
Clone
forgot
Wars
about that.
micro series, not the Clone Wars series that everybody grows. The Cartoon Network small little snippet Clone Wars.
Hmm.
That, in my opinion, always should have been episode 2. I
Yeah.
think you could have done away with Attack of the Clones, started off Phantom Menace, then jump to the micro series, and then go to Revenge of the Sith. You could have done away with Attack of the Clones. Yeah.
Man, it's crazy. Now all we need is Knights of the Old Republic.
That's it. That's the last one
And
we need. Although I still think, and I've been pitching this idea, I think another good idea would be a Saving Private Ryan, but Stormtrooper style. I
really?
think, yeah, kind of a Saving Private Ryan, but just a focus on the Stormtroopers. Or
Huh.
like a squad, something like that. Something
I would,
like that.
I that's the first I've heard of it, and I think that actually might
Yeah,
work, to be honest.
yeah, exactly. And thank you, Seth, for bringing it up. And also in the micro series, we got what we hoped we should have gotten in Revenge of the Sith. That Grievous, in that series was just a menace. You had Jedi just fearing the what out of him. Talk about top shelf Jedi that didn't want nothing to do with Grievous, and
Mhm.
he wrecked shop. I mean, he took down like an entire squadron of the clone troopers. They tried to get the jump on him, and didn't work. Um, Ultimately, technically, Grievous won in that show. He won. He defeated the Jedi. He took their best shot. He captured I mean, sure, it was planned, but he took their best shot. He took out some of the top quality Jedi. And in a deleted scene in Revenge of the Sith, he kills off one of the top Jedi's. So
Man, the Star Wars talk is unreal because there's so much we can get into, and like I told Chuck Vans, this isn't going to be the only time you guys are on. We're going to have Jeff Garcia on more. We have a little bit of time left here. Let's end it real quick here.
sure,
Do a quick segment on the San Antonio Spurs. Let
let's
me
do
play
it.
the cheese miss section real quick.
So, like, I hear about the Spurs this y Spurs that, y como que esto y esta, pero I never hear about the real Spurs chisme. Dime, por favor.
All right, Jeff, that's your thing right there. The Spurs cheeseman. The cheeseman going around is around all these trade talks and all these fan trades, and we have friends of ours that throw them out there. But ideally, do you really think that we're going to see something happen come trade deadline?
That's a great question, and we talked about it on today's episode of Locked On Spurs with Raul Flores of the AP Sports Radio. We've gone to an agreement that they probably won't do anything. The only situation where I think they will do something is if a play-in is within reach, like they legit have a shot, then maybe they push it to get this young team into that situation. But even then, I don't think it'll be a major move. Everybody, in the show, me and Raul, we both agreed, and you too, Rudy. You've been on Locked On Spurs many times.
Yeah.
That the moves will be made this summer.
Yeah,
The
they will.
major moves, the major big ones. We're moving up the draft. We're bundling these picks to move up, or we're flipping so and so for pick number 5 or 7, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think that's where you'll see the major moves. But I mean, the way Chris Paul's playing and he's seemingly liking it here, I don't see him being asked to be let go, because he'll probably go to a team that doesn't have playing time for him. He's just there for insurance.
Championship contender. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what it comes down to. It's a
Yeah,
championship
he'll be-
contender.
He'll be more relegated to insurance.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get that.
so-
Leja's in here. Shout out to Leja, man. MCS General Contracting. No throwing shade. If I'm going to call you out for any trade ideas or anything that you posted, I'll call you out, and I definitely will at you. I'm not anybody that blocks anybody on X or anything like that or does anything like that. So I'll call you out. But with Leha coming in, I will say on his stuff that as crazy as stuff is being posted, I actually I actually agreed with some of his moves. Some of those trade moves. You can literally trade anybody. There's no doubt about that. Everybody's tradable, but it's who you get in return. Now, some of the trades that I've seen, for even LaMelo Ball, I mean, you make that deal. To me, you make that deal. I think that's a deal that has to be made.
Has to be made. So that means, but Charlotte is probably going to want Steph Castle. They're going to.
No, I don't think so. I really don't. I think what Charlotte wants.
Melo.
Well, no, I mean, you can say
they got
Steph
a lot of
Castle.
wings already. They got Brandon Miller. They got a couple other wing guys out there. What's Cody going to do?
But I don't think they would. I mean, to be honest, I think at this point Charlotte is looking probably building around Brandon Miller, so they would probably want more picks than anything, and that's something the Spurs have a lot of. Now, the person I think they would more interested in rather than Steph Castle would possibly be a Keldon Johnson, would possibly be a Devin Vassell, or possibly a Jeremy Sohan, because you've got to pair people around Brandon Miller. So I think point guard is a great, you may think, well, Steph Castle has to go to LaMelo, for the horse for LaMelo Ball. I really don't think so, because in Steph Castle, you're getting a younger player where you can go draft somebody with the picks you get from the Spurs, and you just want some veteran help is really all you want. So
with the Leha in the house right now. I think he's in the house, right?
Yeah, he's there.
What are your thoughts on this? Looking back, hindsight 2020, should the Spurs have pulled the trigger for Trae Young, considering how he's playing this season?
For me, I'm going to say what I know now. I'm glad they didn't, because I think they're a better team with Trae Young, but you don't see an emerging Stephon Castle.
Your defense takes a hit.
It takes a big hit, but Trae does play some defense. He's pretty good. He can steal the ball. He can get some steals, but with Trae Young here, you don't get Chris Paul. You don't get the development of the younger guys. You don't get the veteran winning culture that a ChrisUl brings.
Okay,
and
but
I don't think Harrison Barnes is here
Paul
either.
And LaMelo, what do you think? Chris Paul would have helped LaMelo?
I think Chris Paul helps LaMelo a million more times than he would anybody else would for LaMelo.
Yeah,
I think it benefits LaMelo Ball to have Chris Paul in his corner. So that's why I said if you can get him at a really good rate, mainly for picks, you do that deal all day, every day. I really feel so. But, he's probably not going to get the playing time he would in Charlotte. So I don't know. It's such a tricky subject. You're going to have to give up somebody. It's just, we really don't know who at this point. But nonetheless, man,
we got picks. We got a lot of picks.
We got tons of picks. And 2025.
Would you flip some of the Atlanta picks for Melo?
I think you do.
Yeah.
I would even probably, my thing is this. People don't realize those picks that they got from Minnesota, I know it's 20, 30, and 31, but if you put value in it, those are around the time. That's around the time that Anthony Edwards is up for, contract extensions and all. So there's no telling if he's going to extend. Now, with that being said, those picks could be pretty damn valuable later on. But nonetheless, man, we're gonna let Jeff go here for a little bit as we get ready for Sweep the League TV. We're gonna have him on again, talk more Spurs, talk more nerd stuff. We'll see if we can do an hour-long show with Jeff here pretty soon. Maybe next week we'll do another Sweep Unplugged live with him. Also, we're gonna get him on Sweep the League TV as well, probably next week. Jeff, are you good for next week for a Sweep the League TV episode?
It should be a lot better than I am today. So
yeah, we got to give you some time to rest up, man. So definitely going to have you on again. I appreciate you joining us tonight, Jeff. And hey, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to log off. We're going to come right back with Sweep the League TV, myself, Derek Gervin. So again, thanks for tuning in to Sweep Unplugged live edition with myself, Jeff Garcia. This episode will be rebroadcasted tomorrow morning along with Sweep the League TV. So for Jeff Garcia, it's Rudy Campos Jr. We'll be back with Sweep the League TV in just a few, guys. We'll be back.